Hey everyone, welcome back to Boater Plays Something. Today we are playing Zeepkist, but for some reason I have an entirely different game open and my sister's in a Discord call with me.
Hello,
Let's find out why. I'm Boater.
I'm Raef.
Let's play something.
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
this brings me back.
So, hi everybody. I decided to make a track based on this game. This is Rollcage. I did this really early in Boater Plays Something. I did a 10-lap race just to, like, test PC capturing. And now we're going back. Raef, what are your thoughts as I, like, navigate through the menus in Rollcage?
Yeah, I mean, so obviously, like, this is quite a trip. But go back to the main menu for a second. So like the first thing I noticed is that it's like the blue thing in the top in the background is like super artifacted, super blurry.
Oh yeah,
and then the
yeah.
flags are like ridiculously HD, and I'm just like, because back in the day it didn't matter what was high def and what wasn't because we wouldn't be able to see the difference.
Yeah, and so full disclosure, this is being played with Rollcage Redux, which one of the developers came back in like 2013, 2014 and basically issued a user-made patch, but he was one of the original devs of like, hey, let's get this to run on modern systems. And and so it's running at 1440p right now.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. I mean, and it's funny because again, like you look at like the tires are one very specific.
Yeah,
like,
they're like an octagon.
Yeah. I'm kind of like, so it reminds me a lot of, because, you know, I play a lot of World of Warcraft. Well, that's now a 20-year-old game. We just had the 20th anniversary. And it's like, if you put on armor from like the first couple of expansions, it looks a lot like this. And then you put on armor from like a modern expansion, you're like, oh, I can't mix and match these. That's like 4 pixels versus 400 pixels. And it's kind of like when I look at like the body of the car versus the tires, I'm kind of getting that same feeling.
Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of that. All right, let's go back out and let's get into a particular race.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just do a single race. This is the track that, like, we got a lot of demo discs from Computer Gaming World. Like, Dad got, I say a lot, Dad got a few magazines, and this was one of the demos on, I think, the May 1999 disc. And then, like, this was the one track that was there. So, you know, it's my favorite.
Yeah, it's funny because I remember, you know, I remember a couple things about this game. Obviously, I remember like the cars doing what the cars do.
Yep, sticking to walls, which Zeepkist sort of has. Being able to fall anyway, Zeepkist doesn't have that.
Yeah, that's I didn't want to like spoiler alert, but yeah, like the fact that like the cars can drive upside down or right side up, and there's no like difference or whatever. Like like if you go into a tunnel, there's going to be like speed bumps along like the roof of the tunnel, just to kind of encourage you to do different things. You know, I remember like specific tracks, but I remember again like. And we talked about this briefly, is it's like you're, you know, when you do the campaign, like the rival or like the bad guy or like the lead driver, his name is Yuri, and I feel like every game in the 90s that was either like a Russian or a Japanese port, I can't remember which, had like the bad guy was always named Yuri. And like I don't know if it was just the equivalent of like Chad or if it was just like, oh, that's the name we're going to use. Sounds exotic enough. You know?
This game almost had a story mode. You play all this stuff on easy, and then, all right, they call in the big bad guy that's gonna kick your butt as you playing hard. But we're gonna do hard difficulty. Just 3 laps is like the default, which will just kind of give our viewers a feel for the game itself.
The one thing that we missed from playing on a nice, you know, modern machine is oh my god, that was a fast countdown. I don't know if it was always that fast, but we don't get to see the load screens that we saw so much of in the 90s.
Oh yeah.
And there was also collision. I forgot, like, this is one of the things where it's like there was actual collision in the game and like stuff could break and like fall over instead of just, oh, you hit it and you came to a dead stop because you hit a blade of grass.
Yeah, the driller missile might be my favorite weapon in any combat racer. That just it goes ahead, it hugs the surface of the track, hits anything, including buildings. Let's make sure to take down some buildings here for the destructible environment. Oh my gosh, I'm doing terribly. There's two paths here. There's one on the sands down here, and then there's the path up top. And in Rollcage, the cars are destructible. They will go through trees.
You mean indestructible?
Yes, sorry. The cars are indestructible. The environment's very much not so.
Yeah. The other thing I remember is, like, the cars, the front was very much heavier than the rear. So you would have a very high tendency of going, like, S over tea kettle.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Because it's just, like, you know, like, constantly, like, you know, instead of going up in the air and then landing rear tires, it's like, oh, you're landing front tires first. So you're going to, like, flip back, like this, like, right here, you know?
Yeah, that was fine that time around. Homing, but, like, the weapons of homing missiles, driller missiles, all that, just, to me, pretty iconic.
Yeah.
Normally I'll do, like, a 10-lap race, and there will be no building left standing. There's that sign in the air, everything like that. So, we're gonna kick back over to the game that's actually in the title of the video, though. And we're not going to dwell on the fact that I got second place. Oh, I did get a lap record, though, so.
The new lap record.
Yeah, so the lap times on this are a little under 30 seconds. But now we will open up a much more modern game that's not going to keep, like, booting you from being able to watch as we play. Okay, so now we are in Zeepkist, and we're gonna see, I don't know, Daytona, that track was very iconic to me, so I felt like remaking it, and I guess as we play, you can let me know how I did. Oh god, immediately wiping out on not just any scenery, but another car on the track.
Interesting.
I tried to accurately recreate the boosters that are on the track, which I'm actually pretty proud of how those came out.
Oh, I like the little power-ups.
Yeah, there's intangible blocks that you can go through, so I made the intangible, I made the power-ups intangible so that you can just pass through them.
Right.
But unlike in Rollcage, if you slam into a building or something, you're not gonna do that well. There's also some explosions that you can drive through.
Okay.
Oh, but I hit the edge of the tunnel.
Okay.
I hit the edge of the tunnel. I'm trying to show off, and then I hit the edge of the tunnel. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm kind of. It's funny because, like, you're going on, like, go on the sandy path next time, because you didn't even go on the road when any of the 3 laps.
I meant to. Normally in Rollcage I go on the sandy path. The trouble.
Yeah.
I will hit that on lap 3. And that's because all the stuff that's in the way of the sandy path, either going to it or on the way back, is stuff that in Zeepkist, yeah, will just utterly destroy you.
It's funny, because, like, I'm looking and I'm like, here's the first inaccuracy from Rollcage, is you landed back tires first.
In fact, the first 2 laps, the only real line is making sure to hit these 2 boosters, one of which I don't think is in the game originally. I love recreating the driller missile.
Yeah, the driller missile there. That's good.
There was one at the end of lap 1 causing havoc, and then I've got another one on lap 3. But, like, that's the one that, like, really follows the track really well.
Oh, that's fun.
I had a lot of fun.
Like, this, you said, like, this isn't, like, a true lap. This is, like...
Right. Yeah, when this lobby is done, I'll show you what it looks like in the track builder in order to make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah, by
like
lap
how the
3...
stuff is, like, destroyed over time to show, like, time has passed, there's other people here doing things.
Yeah, I built the first lap, and then I copied it into subsequent laps. Actually, I can show you in photo mode right after finishing here. With a lap time of just over 30 seconds, and then a minute 30 for the whole race. So it's pretty close to the original.
Yeah.
So let me... This is the track, and it literally just passes over itself a whole bunch. So, like, this is lap 1 right here along the beach. Mm-hmm. But as you come here, like, I had to add this overpass here that's not in Rollcage, because that's the start that passes over it right there. And as you go on lap 2 and you come around the beach and you go under here, well, you just pass under what was part of lap 1. And there's lap 3 right there.
Wow.
Like, Daytona has, like, I think it's kind of like triangle shaped, probably similar to, you know, the actual NASCAR track of Daytona. But 90-degree angles are a lot simpler in Zeepkist. So, yeah, it ended up being the turn out of the tunnel, then onto the main stretch, then the turn onto the back stretch. I'm like, that's only 270 degrees. So I was able to attach more laps and more laps.
Interesting.
So it took a lot of trial and error. Here's this really janky thin wall that looks like it's hiding big old mountain behind it when it's hiding more track. So let's go back and see if we can improve our time. In Zeepkist, a lot of people kind of think like 30 to 60 seconds is kind of ideal for a runtime. Maybe, oh god, maybe going to a minute 15. And it's like, okay, this goes a minute 30, but hopefully the 3-lap structure is something that keeps people in. I don't know. Also, this is literally my first time running an online lobby, so I don't know how to get people in.
Right.
People will show up when they do.
Yeah.
In Rollcage, one of the things I think I did, like, I went a little too far to the side, and you hit some invisible wall, and then, like, smack around the side of the cliff for a while before you come back down. It's death. You really gotta center yourself in here. Let's try this for lap 2. Let me see if I can find a spot. I liked that destroying the sign up there.
Yeah.
Nope. No. Oh. Okay, hold on. If you're under 18 kilometers an hour for too long, it will... Yeah! Oh, no. Go straight. Grab this. It will despawn you for going too slow.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't going to be a good lap time, but I'm happy that we recovered it.
Right.
Just for me to almost land into that guy.
The other thing I'm noticing is is one of the tricks that you did, like, instead of having like a hill for that final, like, you jump over the hill kind of a thing, is that's like there's just like a drop onto the next quote unquote track, right?
So it's a hill, but the asphalt part of the hill is downhill when it should be straight. So as I go over here, like, this is a normal hill, and then yeah, that is a much steeper drop than it should be.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking.
Yes, yeah. Because originally I was going to have it go up, actually. Hey, we finished. I feel like you should get an extra point for smacking that finish sign at the end. Originally when I set it up, each subsequent lap was going up rather than going under the one before it. But for some reason, it looked worse. I couldn't get it to fit right. Because, like, here on lap 1, you would see lap 3's finish up ahead of you.
Right. Yeah, this, like, if you didn't tell me that, like, oh, this is actually, like, one long track disguised as 3 laps, I really wouldn't have known. I would have just been like, oh, like, there's some cool engine stuff to where, like, the decoration changes on every lap.
There is...
I'm not really paying attention to, like, the subtleties of, like, the actual track building differences. It's like, I wouldn't really know what to look for to see all those tricks. I'm just like, oh, there's different, you know... decorations. And then like that one hill being extra steep is like the only thing that tells me like, oh, it's,
and again, this overhang.
And even like it's this overhang, it's this extra steepness. Even that could just be hand waved as like, oh, because it's a different game, and like that's just how it got built.
Yeah. Oh god, no. Straighten it out. There we go. We're not laying down bomb times. I got one under 135, I'm happy. Oh right, I should actually try to get a whole bunch of really good runs in a row and see if the third lap is faster on the sand or going up this hill like this way. The game does have more control in the air, so I was able to, like, one of these laps, because you mentioned the whole cars coming down and like landing front wheels first or something.
Yeah.
I did that on one lap because I wasn't paying attention to air control, but like it's one of those things where like, oh, you can hit brakes in the air to keep your, to stop your car from rotating. I really like the sun on lap 1. It's so bright, it's so happy,
yeah,
and then
happy face.
And then if you're not paying attention, It's just like, oh, it's not quite so happy on further laps when stuff is getting blown up. I'd like the explosion effect. It's just a couple of clip-through blocks nested into each other with a glowing effect, and then a translucent dark one for the smoke.
I'm surprised that you were able to, like, recreate so many of the... I don't even know what to call them, like this twirly rocket thing, and, like, this specific, like, the pickup. Like, how did you do that, like, in this game engine?
The pickup is a non-collidable sphere. There's only like 5 blocks that are non-collidable in the level editor, but it's a sphere that is squashed, and then one that is more squashed for the ring around it, and then 3 more floating spheres, and then I just copy-pasted that and did some rotation a whole bunch.
Okay.
For the driller missile, really funny story actually. That track piece was added, very recently. Because a streamer, Shivaxi, said, hey, what if we had a corkscrew piece that, like, can chain into each other? Because all the corkscrews come from, like, a flat track that then goes into the loop and then flattens back out. He was like, no, just it goes straight through. And the developer was watching the stream and was like, that wouldn't work. That would just kick you off. He was like, I bet you I can do it. And if I can do it, then I get a custom car. And the dev was like, all right, bet. You know, and then during the stream was like, all right, update your game, and it's like V16 patch 45 added a dumb piece for a streamer. And then if you look at patch 46, the streamer was right for the patch notes.
Oh man.
And so it's that corkscrew where I have the middle of it clear, and then the edges are glowing.
Yeah.
So like if you look really close, as I'm gonna pass this one up here on the left, you can tell that there's something in the middle, and that's just the like mostly clear inner part of the track.
Right.
And then just using glowing paint for the track edge pieces. And then the homing missile was a similar thing of using just edge pieces.
So it's not like, because I was thinking like it was individual, like not helix, but like an individual twirl. But what it is it's basically just 2 track pieces twirled around each other, and then the edges are glowing.
Yep, the track piece kind of forms a double helix, so the driller missile in Rollcage is a 3 missile. For this, I had to kind of do it with 4.
Well, this is I didn't realize that it was what's the word I'm looking for? It's 4 at first.
Yeah.
Because you're passing by it so fast that you're not really looking at it.
Yeah. And I'll switch back to that really quick, and I'll go back into photo mode, and we'll take a closer peek at some of the things.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Let me rush to one of the driller missiles. We'll check that out real quick. And so yeah, it's 4 on end like that.
Okay. Yeah, because see, so I saw the fact that it was kind of translucent, but again, I just thought that was part of the effect.
Yep.
But that's cool because it's basically like a clear surface that you would drive on, and then they're just kind of twirled.
Yeah, and they've just kind of nested in each other. This guy's looking really happy to fire that off.
Yeah.
And this guy doesn't seem to be bothered to be being blown up. I had a lot of fun placing the individual cars around the level.
Yeah.
Shield power up on this guy.
Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, I remember the shield power up.
I wish I could have it be a little more transparent, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
I think
What is with the rain effect exactly?
Oh, that is a fan. If I didn't have that, the car's a lot lighter, and you would come out of this and just sail into the wall every time.
Okay.
So that is a fan that is sucking you down.
I was like, I do not remember whatever that was being part of the track. But I was like, maybe it's just an environment that I don't remember. But yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, every hill has that, just like try to keep you attached to the asphalt a little better. Except for that last one that I'm like, no, you're airborne and you're having fun with it.
Yeah.
Got that one.
The environmental story. Oh, those road cones.
I think they're tower spires, like a clock tower spire. Just really scaled down, and then light bulbs.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, this is some good environmental storytelling here, where it's like, oh, this guy shot this building, and then on lap 3, it's just everything's done.
On lap 3, let's see, that's lap 1, lap 2, lap 3, it's toast. It's toast. There's like a single street light here.
Yeah.
You know, this guy fired a missile.
Yeah.
Totally chill about it. This one, oh no.
It seems like these guys in general are quite chill.
Yeah, it's there's a block that you can just place down that's size reference, but it's also just a block, so it's a single piece and counts as a single block in the editor. And then having a guy in it, there's like 3 variations of the little guy, and I just scaled it down a little bit to sit inside the car, and then this is again a rail to a car to a track piece, and I just told it, hey, don't include the track piece, just include this rail. I thought that was inside the explosion a little bit. Oopsies. Oh, and then these feathers right here, that's a really hard landing if you come down. Oh, as you spotted, yeah, that's a downhill on the asphalt there.
Yeah.
That's a really hard landing, so this feather block actually kind of catches you a little bit at the end. If you, we'll just watch through like 1 lap, but you'll notice that my fall slows down a little bit at the end, just because I've got the feather block there to catch me.
Right.
I wish I could do something with the power-ups. There is logic in the game. Someone hacked logic into the game with physics objects, and then the dev was like, well, I guess I need to put actual logic in the game now. And originally I was like, oh, can I like have more laps appear and disappear using logic? Well, it caught me, but then I was off aim.
Oh no! So the tire just pop off.
Yup. Like, oh, can I have like the lap appear and disappear using logic? And the answer is no. Like, blocks can appear and disappear, but each lap is about 700 blocks. So, yeah, it was a bit much.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I'm off again. Oh, I'm just trying to show the feather block catching. A little. Anyway.
There's other laps if you really wanted to show it.
That was true too, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, so that's Daytona recreated in Zeepkist. Yeah, it's a couple concessions I made were that booster right at the start there, so you could actually go, and that booster at the bottom of the hill. Other than that, all the boosters are in the right spot, all the power-ups are in there. I'm happy with how the building reconstruction went. I think the buildings...
Very bizarrely shaped building.
They are.
The original.
And I didn't realize until I did the first 2 buildings, and then I went to the back of the main stretch to do the other 2, and I looked and I'm like, those are the same building models, just rotated.
Right.
And so I was like, all right, cool. Well, let me grab that building model. Palm trees on the top and all, which I did do the what's the forced perspective trick of smaller palm trees on top of the building. Ooh, someone just joined. Oh, we're getting a couple people joining actually. The downside of the way that the multi-lap is hacked together is that you don't see them on subsequent laps.
Yeah.
And someone just left. Someone said, nope, this isn't for me.
Yep.
Sorry, Jacob Cash. Alright, yeah, here's an ideal feather block landing. You kind of saw the smoke coming out the back, and that was either the feather block or the fan catching you a little bit. I'm not sure.
Gotcha.
Photo mode, and let's see here. Let's see how the other guy does. Oh no. Yeah,
it looks like if you're not familiar with the track, there's a lot of shit to crash on.
Yeah. And again, despite the original game one having more flexibility, that is really the only line the first couple laps of make sure you grab at least one of those boosters, ideally both of them.
Right. Uh-oh. Come on, guy.
I think he's doing okay.
Yeah. Oh,
Yep. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, that's rough. Like, on the one hand, I'm like, I don't like to make tough tracks. Like, when I'm racing, I like to have tracks that are somewhat easy to complete, but that you get to spend a lot of time optimizing.
Yeah.
But then, it's like, I've gone and made a hard track, haven't I?
I mean, he's restarting it over and over instead of, you know,
Yeah.
like
it is definitely loop left up the tunnel so you can come out straight. Is more the ideal line up there. But he set up pretty well for hitting those two. Dragon Boy. Very nice. But then it's like, you're gonna have to do it 2 more times, guy. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
The boosts to the side are tempting, but I've found that, like, they're a red herring. Just don't do it. Just stay on the center boost line.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh no, oh no. Oh, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Alright, cool. Catch that boost. You're doing alright. You got this, man. Yeah. Good, good.
Hey, he made it. Smooth sailing from here.
Yeah, I mean, there's still the tunnel exit on lap 3. And they may decide to... Because especially if you don't have background with Rollcage, you might be like, well, this is the line, and you just stay on it.
Yeah.
But then they, that backstretch jump is also rough. So, okay, doing good, doing good. Does he go on the sand? Nope, stays on the familiar line. Hey, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Alright, there will be time for him to finish, and then I'll be able to do a run after this. Good, good. Stay on the center. Don't hit the dude.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, like, I tried to keep all the decor cars off of the racing line.
Yeah.
But then, like, that one, I put it in, I'm like, huh, that's a little close to the edge. It's fine. You should be in the center going up there anyway.
Yeah.
I really like that I got the floating sign over the crest of that getting destroyed.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Like, this is slightly more destruction than you'll get in 3 laps of a Rollcage race, but this is about the right amount of destruction that you'll get in a 10-lap race.
I'm saying a 10-lap race, you're lucky to have anything standing by the end.
Oh god, okay, that was not the line I wanted to be on. Okay, slow down, 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 slow down. Good, good. Okay, we're on the track, that's what matters. That's not going to be a killer time. I know we were already yellow on the split time before, so straighten her out, straighten her out. Uh-oh, uh-oh. It's fine. It's not fine. It's not fine.
Oh.
Well, that's GG for me. That's not getting another time there, but that's fine. Hey, we got a couple people came in, sticking around, racing it.
I would say at least one person came in and
said, you know what? I'm finishing this kind of janky map from the wrong racing game, from the wrong decade, century, millennium.
Yeah. It's like I saw one of those clickbait articles yesterday. It was like, you won't believe what this teacher, blah, blah, blah. And what it was like, there was a student that emailed his teacher and was like, hey, so like we have to use sources for this research paper. Is it okay if I use a research paper from the late 1900s as a reference? It's from 1994. I don't know if you've got like a time limit on like whether that's expired
late
research.
1900s.
And the teacher was like,
that's so rude.
I fail him?
Cool. Yeah, so that's Daytona in Zeepkist. So, Raef, thank you so much for joining. I hope I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah.
Trip down memory lane.
Yeah, exactly. So, Zeepkist is on Steam right now, and I'm running some of that stuff from a DLC on it. But yeah, it's a super welcoming community. For those of you watching at home, if you're not familiar with it, it's a great community. There's a ton of great creators. The dev is super responsive, really cool. So I recommend checking it out. And hey, if you're a Zeepkist player and you came here, check out Rollcage. It's a completely different kind of racing game, but gosh darn it, I still love the thing. In the meantime, again, thank you very much, Raef, for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
And all the ways that you can follow on socials and subscribe and watch live and support and all that are in the description below. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a good one, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Peace.